in the minds of golf fans will be the 18th hole at Pinehurst #2 this year and that great duel that you had with Payne in the last round of the U.S. Open. And after he had sunk that incredible 15-foot putt, and it was such a dramatic day for you because you were waiting to become a father, waiting for news that your wife was in labor, and he came over to you and he spoke. What did he say?
Well, he said that you're about to become a father. It's the greatest thing you can ever imagine. And I thought that at his greatest triumph, winning that U.S. Open, making that putt, for him to think about somebody other than himself, I thought showed a lot of class on his part, and for him to care about what I was going through meant a lot to me. And we've had some special moments together. That was certainly a special one, win or lose. And the moment we shared at the Ryder Cup and some of the things that were said between he and Tracy brought them close to everybody on that team, and that's a very difficult thing to accept, what happened yesterday.
Yeah, I just wondered, what were your thoughts yesterday when you heard?
Well, we were watching it on the news and didn't think too much of it when we saw that a plane was run away, but when we found out that there was a chance that it was somebody we knew, my wife and I were glued to the TV for 3 or 4 hours trying to find out what was going on, and it was a very difficult day yesterday, a very emotional day, and it's going to continue for a while for everyone.
Sure, throughout the game of golf. Ben, a lot was made, such an incredible comeback at the Ryder Cup this year, but there was, in the spirit that Phil was talking about how Payne Stewart was thinking of him at his moment of greatest triumph when he won the Open, there was also an incredible piece of sportsmanship that he showed after the U.S. had clinched the Ryder Cup, sportsmanship toward Colin Montgomery, who he was playing one-on-one that last day. You should recount that.
Well, he told Colin Montgomery, his opponent, before the final match, that he said, look, if there's any help that I can give you, I'm here to help. And the match and the day went on unbelievably for us, but you know, after we had won the cup, he gave Colin the last hole, which would give him a win for his match. But like Phil said, he was a very giving person. We are so shocked and shattered by this. We are all an extended family. We play an individual game, but we are intertwined in other people's lives and in families. Our hearts go out to Tracy and the kids so much, and this is going to take a long time. But we've lost a great champion.
Yes, I was going to say it's wonderful the way all golfers have gathered round. I gather there were many people from the tour who went immediately to his house in Orlando to look after Tracy and the other and the two children, the two Stewart children. Richard Coop, let me turn to you for a moment, because I did mention that prophetic soundbite that we heard as he talked about the fact that you never know when opportunities are going to come along. Payne Stewart, I think everyone knows, went through a rather difficult period in his life after he won the 1991 Open, and then his swing sort of went away, and it was a difficult period, and he turned his life around. What gave him such focus?
Charlie, I think one of the most important things that Payne did was he developed a deepening faith in his spiritual side of his life, and his Christian beliefs got stronger and stronger at that time in his life, and he and Tracy, I think, bonded together and pulled together to fight through some real adversity in terms of his physical game.
He not only made that great last putt on the 18th that we're looking at now, he made incredible pressure putts on the 16th and 17th as well.
Yes, he did. The one on 16, I think, was probably the one people don't think about so much, but that took a whole lot of concentration and effort, and Payne was not naturally gifted with concentration. He had a lot of other gifts with tempo and rhythm and those kinds of things in his golf swing, but he worked very hard on concentration and focus, and he suffered a little bit from ADD. He talked about that in a magazine interview, and we had to work really hard to get around some of those things, and I think Payne has not gotten as much credit as he deserves for how hard he worked on that part of his golf game.
Well, the best may have been just ahead, and it makes it so doubly tragic when potential is lost as well as such a fine human being. Ben Crenshaw, thank you for being here. Nice words that you say about your friend. Phil Mickelson, thank you as well. Richard Coop, I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's go to Tony Perkins, who has a quick look at the weather. Tony.